is that we want to be able to take an email message, convert it to HTML, okay? This is both, you need both of these. Then create the item in a SharePoint list. Now this app that I built here takes and feeds upon a SharePoint list. So we're gonna wanna put that information in there. And then when we're done, we wanna delete that email. So let's walk through each one of these steps. Now, you may not be using it the same way I am, but I think you're gonna find that this can be very helpful. Let's flip over to the SharePoint list. Not anything really, out of this world here. We just have a SharePoint list and we have data that we're collecting. So let's go back here, and here's the Outlook, what happens in Outlook. So when I receive a email into my inbox, now I could select any folder. So if I wanted to, I could have Outlook configured that anything I drop into this folder will automatically run this flow. But I'm not going to do that. I want to get and say, or I could say from a specific person initiates this flow. But what I want to do is on every single email in the subject line, I'm going to put in NA2, Notes and Actions 2. Now I put the numeric 2 back there because it's unique. And chances are when my search engine works, it's not going to find another combination, NA2. So that's the first thing I need to do. When an email arrives, this is the trigger, and here are the actions. When it arrives, I need to do two things. I need to convert the message, the body of the email, I need to convert to plain text. If I don't, what will happen is I have to convert it from HTML. If you don't, it will come over as HTML text, and you'll see that it'll look like a bunch of gibberish. So the easy way to do that is to convert the HTML to text right here, and then to compose that as the plain text. So when we create the item, you're going to see this again. So these are the two here. Then we're going to create the item. Now when we create the item, you can see here that we're going to have to pull up the SharePoint list and the list name. We'll put in the subject of the message. We'll put in a page reference. We'll put in the KP. Now I happen to use a key phrase called REF2, reference to. And then I put in the date of the receive time when it was received based on Outlook. And then here I put in the plain text that I'm receiving from here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this a little bit closer. So here, when we add these fields here, we're just clicking here and we're saying, what do we need to add? In this case, I hit subject. In this case, I hit receive time. Now notice the Outlook icon there, because these are coming from Outlook. Notice if I want, I can pull data from different sources, right? Compose HTML. If I was accessing a list, you'd see some SharePoint stuff in here. So there's lots of things that I could pull from, but so I want to be careful and pulling the data from the right place. And remember, I converted right here, I converted that HTML to plain text. So the meeting notes section, I just want as a plain text. Pretty easy. Then the next thing I want to do is delete the message. And to delete the message, all I have to do is key in on that unique message ID. So it's a built-in field. You're going to notice it here. Here's some examples. Notice that SharePoint. See the SharePoint logo there? I don't want to pull any of those fields. I don't want to pull my compose or HTML to text fields. What I want to pull is right here, the message ID, right here, the unique identifier of the message. Because I'm processing it inside the flow, it knows which one to delete and it deletes it. So that is really how you create this flow. Now let's go ahead and test it. So you'll save and then you'll hit test. So let's go ahead and run a test and see how this works. So let's go ahead and look at the app, and sure enough, there it is right there, NA test 100, NA2 test 100. If we click on that, here is the message. This is a test of the flow. Now I deleted the signature block and things from the message, and it's input for us the notes date, which is today's date, and we put in a key phrase of ref2 so that we can find those actions. And that is as simple as it is to create this flow.